Hey everyone, welcome back. Ready
Yeah.
to dive into something pretty powerful today. We're exploring the world of poetry
Oh,
slams
yeah.
and how they intersect with feminism.
Love it.
We'll be focusing on an article called Feminism Hit My Balls.
Okay.
It's written by Stephen Pinkwart,
Interesting.
and it offers a man's perspective on
Uh-huh.
the really strong female voices he witnessed at a slam.
What's so fascinating about this article
Yeah,
is that it's not just about, recounting a performance,
right.
It really delves into the raw emotion,
Wow.
the vulnerability, and the, unapologetic power of
Yeah.
women using their voices to
Mm.
challenge, societal norms.
Okay, so imagine this, right?
Yeah.
A young woman walks onto the stage
Right.
at a poetry slam.
Mm-hmm.
She starts sharing her experiences.
Okay.
The fear of walking home alone at night.
Yeah.
The pressure to fit into these boxes that society tries to put her in.
Right, right.
And get this, the whole audience is silent,
Wow.
just hanging on to every word.
It's incredible how she uses the stage to expose
Yeah.
a vulnerability that, women are often told to hide. This fear,
Yeah.
this feeling of being unsafe. And
Right.
it's something so many women
Yeah.
silently carry with them every single day.
Every day.
But by sharing her experience, she's giving voice to
Yeah.
this shared reality.
Right.
And she's challenging the expectation
Mm.
for women to always be strong and unfazed.
And it's not just what she said, right?
No, absolutely.
It's how she said it.
It's the delivery.
Pinkwart describes her as captivating,
Mm-hmm.
even mesmerizing.
Powerful.
And there's this quote that really struck me.
Okay, what is it?
If my body is a stage, then I am the director.
Ooh, I love that.
It just radiates this sense of owning her narrative.
Doesn't it?
Yeah.
That line
Yeah.
perfectly encapsulates,
Yeah.
the idea of female agency, which
Oh.
is central to feminist thought, right?
Yeah.
For so long.
So long.
Women's bodies have been objectified, controlled
Absolutely.
by societal expectations.
Totally.
And here she is reclaiming her body as her own.
Wow.
She's the director,
Yeah.
the author of her own story,
Right.
and she's sharing it on her own terms.
It makes you think about how often women are told what to do,
Oh, constantly.
how to act,
Yeah.
how to present themselves.
Exactly.
And she's saying, nope,
This is me.
this is my story,
I'm taking control.
and I'm going to tell it.
Yes. And it's not just about rejecting societal norms.
Right.
It's also about reclaiming vulnerability as a source of strength.
Okay.
By sharing her fears and anxieties, she's subverting the expectation for women to always be strong and unfazed.
Right.
And in doing so, she creates a space for connection and understanding,
I see that.
allowing others to see themselves reflected in her story.
Yeah. And that's where the power of this performance lies.
I think so too.
It transcends the individual experience,
Mm-hmm.
and it becomes something universal,
It does.
something that resonates with the entire
The
audience.
whole room.
Pinkwart talks about how her words evoked a sense of hope,
Yeah.
of solidarity
Powerful.
that spread through the room.
It's like her vulnerability became this catalyst
Yeah.
for connection and empowerment.
That's what makes poetry so powerful.
It really is.
It can articulate feelings and experiences that
Yeah.
we struggle to express.
In everyday language.
Right, exactly.
And when those experiences are shared in a public setting, like a poetry slam,
Yeah.
right? They have this potential to break down barriers
Yeah.
and create a sense of shared humanity.
And speaking of breaking down barriers,
Yeah.
I loved how Pinkwart framed feminism
Oh, yeah.
in a way that felt inclusive
Okay.
rather than exclusive.
Interesting.
He describes the performance as a journey
Mm-hmm.
through her thoughts and feelings,
Okay.
emphasizing that it wasn't about anger or aggression.
That's an important point.
It is.
Because feminism is often misconstrued
Oh, totally.
as being anti-men
Yeah.
or fueled by anger.
Right.
But at its core, it's about equality
Yeah.
and challenging patriarchal systems that limit everyone, not just women,
Right.
men too.
So how does this woman's poem specifically challenge those systems?
Well, Pinkwart highlighted a few key examples from her performance that
Okay.
really illustrate her journey.
Give me an example.
He talks about how she shared childhood dreams that were stifled by societal expectations.
Wow.
The days when she believed her voice didn't matter.
It's powerful.
And the moment she realized she didn't need to be loud to be strong. This progression from feeling voiceless to finding power in her words,
Yeah.
it's a testament to the transformative potential of self-expression.
It's like she's saying, you may try to silence me,
Yes,
but I will find a way to make my voice heard.
exactly.
And that's what's so inspiring about this story, right?
I agree.
It's not just about one woman sharing her experience.
Right.
It's about the power of poetry to give voice to the voiceless.
To amplify those voices.
And to inspire change.
And it reminds us that rebellion doesn't always have to be loud
Right.
and boisterous.
Uh-huh.
Sometimes the most powerful acts of resistance
Yeah.
come from a place of quiet defiance, from using your voice to challenge the status quo
Right.
in a way that is authentic and true to yourself.
This reminds me of something else Pinkwood brings up.
Oh, yeah. What's that?
The idea that everyone should have 3 minutes on stage to change the world.
3 minutes, huh?
Yeah.
That's a powerful thought. Yeah, it really makes you think, doesn't it?
It does.
About the impact that could have.
Yeah.
You know, if we create more spaces
Right.
where people feel safe to share
Safe to share.
their stories,
Yeah.
their truths, their struggles. Imagine the understanding and empathy we could foster.
It's a bit...
Think about it. Poetry slams, they're inherently democratic.
Okay.
Anyone can sign up,
Right.
share their work,
Yeah.
be judged by the audience. It levels the playing field in a way that,
Yeah.
traditional art forms often don't.
It's true. It's true. And it's not just about individual voices, is it?
No, it's not. It's about,
It's about the collective power
yeah,
of those voices coming together
coming together.
to create something larger than themselves.
Right.
It's like a chorus, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Each individual voice contributes
Yeah.
to a harmonious whole that's greater than the sum of its parts.
That's beautiful.
And that's what makes Poetry Slam so unique, you know?
I see that.
There's spaces where people
Yeah.
from all walks of life can come together,
Yeah.
connect through shared experiences,
Connect.
and challenge societal norms through the power of language.
And Pinkwort draws a really interesting parallel
Oh, yeah.
between the impact this woman's poem had on the audience and the impact it could have on us as listeners.
As listeners, right?
He does.
He encourages us to think about the stories we carry within ourselves,
Our own stories.
the experiences that have shaped us,
Right.
the truths that we long to share.
It's a powerful invitation
It
to
is.
self-reflection.
Yeah.
Each of us has a story, a unique perspective on the world.
And by sharing those stories,
Exactly.
we can contribute to a richer, more nuanced
A more new one.
understanding of the human
Oh, I
experience.
love that.
He even goes a step further.
Does he?
Yeah. And offers practical advice
Okay.
for those of us who might be feeling inspired
Yeah.
to put pen to paper.
Love it.
And his suggestions are this like delightful mix
Yeah.
of humor and wisdom.
He's good at that.
Yeah.
I love his advice to shorten poems
Oh, yeah.
that are longer than the line at the women's restroom.
It's so funny, but
Hilarious.
it's also so true.
Right.
Because in a poetry slam,
Yeah.
you have a limited amount of time
Yeah.
to capture the audience's attention.
Totally.
Every word has to count.
Every word.
And beyond concision,
Yeah.
he stresses authenticity.
He does.
He reminds us that our stories don't have to be perfect.
Right.
They just have to be real.
Right.
It's about tapping into that
that raw truth.
Yeah.
That unfiltered truth.
unfiltered truth that resides within each of us.
Oh, it's powerful.
I love that it takes the pressure off, doesn't it?
It does.
Yeah.
It's not about being perfect.
Being some polished, perfect version of ourselves,
Yeah.
but about embracing our imperfections
Mm.
and sharing our stories
Sharing.
in a way that feels genuine and true
Cheers.
to who we are.
I love that.
And that's where Pinkwart's Poetry Master Book comes in.
Ah, yes.
He describes it as a guide, a companion
Okay.
for anyone who wants to explore
Explore
the world of Poetry Slam.
the world of Poetry Slam. Nice.
I was wondering when he was going to bring that up.
Me too.
It sounds like an incredible resource,
I did.
especially for someone just starting out.
Yeah. What does he say it covers?
He says it's a step-by-step guide
Huh?
that walks you through
Mm.
every aspect of the craft,
Nice.
from finding your voice
Yeah.
to structuring your poems
To
to performing them on stage.
Wow, it's very comprehensive.
He even talks about how it helps poets
Yeah.
channel their emotions
That's good.
and deliver their message
Yeah.
with clarity and impact.
With impact. I like that.
It's like having a personal mentor
In your pocket.
in your pocket, exactly.
Does he connect it back?
To the story,
Yeah. To the story of the woman at the slam at all?
he does.
Okay. How so?
He reminds us that if her story,
Yeah.
you know, raw and vulnerable as it was,
Yeah.
could have such a profound impact on the audience.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine what we can achieve with our own words.
Right.
He's saying you have a story and it matters.
It matters.
The world needs to hear it.
Powerful stuff.
It's such a powerful message.
And it reminds us that we all have the potential to make a difference.
To
Inspire others, to contribute to a more just and equitable world.
Simply by sharing our truth.
Sharing our truths, yeah.
And he emphasizes that even if we don't change the whole world, we can change the world of one person.
One person at a time.
And that's where it starts.
That's where it starts.
That's one story.
One connection.
One connection.
One spark of inspiration.
Spark of inspiration.
Can ripple outwards and create a wave of change.
Just like that butterfly effect we talked about.
Yeah.
Right.
The butterfly effect.
Even the smallest actions can have far-reaching consequences.
Exactly.
Pinkwart reminds us with his signature humor.
Oh, I love it.
He says, if your slam performance doesn't bring the house down with applause, maybe you haven't read Poetry Master yet.
Maybe not. I love that.
I love that he doesn't take himself too seriously.
No, he doesn't.
But even beyond the standing ovations, what matters most is the courage to step up and share your story.
That's it.
It's about finding your voice. Embracing your experience. And using your words. To connect with others.
To inspire change.
To contribute to the ongoing conversation.
That's social justice.
About social justice and equality.
I love it.
It's about recognizing that we all have a role to play.
We do.
In creating a more just,
accountable,
and equitable world.
And
that our stories, however small or insignificant they may seem, have the power to make a difference.
They do.
As we wrap up our deep dive into feminism at the Poetry Slam, what sticks out to you?
Cool.
What are you taking away from all this talk about the power of words and these women's voices?
You know what really struck me? That reminder that vulnerability can be so strong.
Right.
You know, this woman on stage.
Yeah.
Just sharing those fears and anxieties so openly.
It's powerful.
It challenges the expectation for women to always be stoic and, like, you know, unbreakable.
Right, like they have to be perfect.
Exactly. And in that vulnerability, she finds power, right?
I see that.
She connects with the audience.
Yeah.
And she sparks this whole conversation about shared experiences.
I'm with you on that.
It's like she's saying, hey, it's okay to not be okay.
It's so true.
And that message, I think it can be so liberating.
For anyone, really.
Yeah.
Men and women.
It's a reminder that we don't have to put on a brave face all the time.
Exactly.
You know, in fact, acknowledging our vulnerability can be the first step towards
healing and growth,
Yeah, exactly.
It also shows just how important it is to create spaces.
Safe spaces, right?
Safe spaces, where people feel safe to be vulnerable.
Yeah.
Where they can share their stories without being judged, you know?
I agree. And that's what makes Poetry Slam so special. They're a platform for authentic self-expression. The emphasis is on connection and empathy.
Right.
Rather than competition.
Pinkwart describes Poetry Slams as a rebellion against the silence.
Wow, I love that.
I know, it's powerful, right?
It is.
It's like these spaces are reclaiming the power of words. Using them to challenge the status quo. Amplify voices that are marginalized or silenced.
Exactly.
And it's not just about the individual expression.
No, it's not.
It's about
collective empowerment.
Yeah.
You know, when we share our stories, we create a ripple effect.
It expands outwards.
That extends far beyond ourselves.
It does. It does.
We connect with others. We build empathy.
We inspire action.
Yeah.
It all comes back to that question Pinkwart poses.
Oh, which one?
What if everyone had 3 minutes on stage to change the world?
3 minutes, huh?
What if we all had the chance to share our stories, our truths, our experiences in a way that could, you know, move others?
Yeah.
Inspire change. Create a more just world.
It's powerful to think about.
It is. It really is. And for our listeners who are, you know, feeling inspired to explore their own voices.
Yeah.
Share their stories.
Find their truth.
Dive deeper into Poetry Slam.
Poetry Slam, yeah.
Remember Pinkwart's Poetry Master book?
Of course.
He really believes in its power to guide and inspire.
It's a great resource.
Aspiring poets. And as a special gift for our listeners.
Oh, nice.
It's being offered at a discounted price.
On his website.
On his website, yes.
Perfect for a holiday gift.
It is. for the poet in your life.
Yeah, or yourself.
Or yourself, let's be real.
Always a good gift for yourself.
So we leave you with this final thought.
All right.
What stories are you holding on to?
Yeah, what stories?
What truths are waiting to be shared? Don't be afraid to step onto your own stage.
Find your stage.
And let your voice be heard, because the world needs your stories, now more than ever.
Mit poetischen Grüßen, Stefan vom Bahn-Slam-Kanal.